My name is Levi Joseph. I like dried mangoes, and I like being outside. I make my bed every day. I'm uniquely qualified to talk to you today because last year I won a male beauty pageant in which I did an impersonation of my very, very Jewish mother. Now, I'm not going to lecture you today because I'm not that stupid. I remember what I was doing last year as I sat in your seats. I looked left, and I looked right, and I looked for future dating prospects. And I'm still single. Now, what I'm trying to say is that this convocation is not what college is all about. Do not get my words twisted. I did not say that this convocation is not important. It is very important. It is here that you are figuratively shaking the hand of one of the most beautiful and fulfilling things in your life for the next 4 years. Plan 2 is incredible. I live in a house about 5 blocks north of here with 4 of my best friends. They're all in Plan 2. They're all kind, and they're all smart, and they're all wonderful. And yes, I did just quote The Help. Now, they're not the exception of Plan 2, but rather the norm. Everyone in Plan 2 is kind and smart and wonderful. Last year, I had lunch with a girl named Stephanie Morgan at the beginning of the year. She's in Plan 2, and she is kind, and she is smart, and she is wonderful. After talking to me a little bit about what UT is all about, she took a second to reiterate to me just how lucky I am to be in Plan 2. Now, at the moment, I did not realize, but now I am keenly aware of just how lucky I am to be in Plan 2. We are all lucky to be in Plan 2. Now, back to college, what college is all about. College is about that late-night Kirby Lane run, 2,000 calories at 2 a.m. College is about that time you fasted for 36 hours just to see what it was like. College is about staying up all night for that exam, cramming and studying. College is about practicing and preparing for 2 weeks ahead of that exam, learning. College is about that time your intramural co-ed basketball team lost every game it ever played in. And college is about the glory of winning a male beauty pageant. College is Shakespeare, and college is philosophy. College is about expensive textbooks and camping out all night for those ACL tickets. College is football on Saturdays, laundry on Sundays, and having to walk that dog every day that your mom told you not to get because it was irresponsible. College is about responsibility. College is about living in the moment. Yeah, so originally, it's hard to make out of. So originally I was going to come up here and I was going to wear a toga, and I was going to read you a poem that I wrote, but then I realized this is a pretty formal event and that my poem wasn't very good. So instead I'm going to recite to you a poem by Mojgani. He is an Austin local, a champion slam poet. Last year I had the opportunity to see him perform at the Joynes Room. You'll learn about the Joynes Room. It's a wonderful place for studying and for socializing, mostly studying. He's the director. He doesn't like me very much, but so this is Shake the Dust. All right. This is for the fat girls. This is for the little brothers. This is for the schoolyard wimps and for the childhood bullies who tormented them. For the former prom queen and for that milk crate ball player. For the nighttime cereal eater and for the retired, elderly, Walmart store front door greeter. Shake the dust. This is for the benches and the people that sit upon them, for the bus drivers driving a million broken hymns, and for the men that must hold down 3 jobs simply to hold up their children. It's the nighttime schoolers and for the midnight bike riders trying to fly. Shake the dust. This is for the 2-year-olds that cannot be understood because they speak half English and half God. Shake the dust. It's for the boys with the beautiful sisters. Shake the dust. For the girls with the brothers who are going crazy. For those gym class wallflowers, and for that 12-year-old afraid of taking public showers. For the kid who's always late to class because cannot remember the combination to his locker. For the girl that loves somebody else. Shake the dust. This is for the hard men the hardened who want love but know that it will never come. It's for those who are forgotten, for those who the amendments do not stand up for those who are told to speak only when spoken to, and they are never spoken to. Speak every time you stand, so you do not forget yourself. Do not let a moment go by that does not remind you that your heart beats 9,000 times a day, and there are enough gallons of blood coursing through your veins to make you an ocean. Do not settle for letting these waves settle, or for letting the dust collect in your veins. This is for the celibate pedophile that keeps on struggling. It's for the people that go on vacations alone, and for the poetry teachers. This is for the sweat that drips off Mick Jagger's singing lips, and for the shaking skirt on Tina Turner's shaking hips, for the heavens and for the hells through which Tina has lived. This is for the tired and for the dreamers, and for those families that will never be like the Cleavers, with perfectly made dinners and sons like Wally and the Beaver, for the sexists, the bigots, and the killers, for those pin-sentence big house cats becoming redeemers, and for that springtime that always seems to show up after each and every winter. This is for you. This is for you. Make sure that by the time the fisherman returns that you are gone, because just like the days, I burn at both ends, and every time I write, every time I open my eyes, I am cutting out pieces of myself just to give them to you. So shake the dust and take me with you when you do, because none of this is for me. All that pushes and pulls and pushes and pulls and pushes and pulls. Pushes for you. So grab the world by its clothespins and shake it off and shake it again and hop on top and take it for a spin. And when you hop off, shake it again. Because this is for you. Make my words worth it. Make this more than just another poem that I write, more than just another poem like just another night that hangs heavy above us all. Walk into it, breathe it in, let it crash through the halls of your arms like the millions of years of millions of poets, coursing like blood, pushing and pulling, making you live, shaking the dust. So when that world knocks on your front door, grab hold of that knob and open on up. Rushing forward into its outspread arms, arms extended, fingers trembling though they may be. Thank you. Have a great freshman year. Remember to live in the moment and to be kind and smart and wonderful.